very urgent. Your soulmate wants to talk to you one last time. They don't know what you'll say. Open this now. Jesus says, I have seen the tears you did not know you were crying. There is a hand reaching for yours in a dark room, and it has been reaching for so long that the arm is tired. You never felt that hand because someone else was holding it down, pressing it away from your grasp. This third person is not a friend, not a stranger you know. It is a hateful shadow that has stood between your heart and the heart of your soulmate for longer than you can remember. You are only now sensing this because I am letting you see what was stolen. Think of the laughter you have heard in your dreams, warm like honey on a cold morning. That laughter is real, and it belongs to the one I made to walk beside you. The reason you never heard it in your waking hours is not because your ears were closed. It is because the intruder placed a wall over every sound, every call, every sign. I am telling you this now because the wall is cracking, and your soulmate is on the other side, whispering your name in a way that sounds like a prayer. Your soulmate is not angry with you. They are confused, lonely, and wondering why the most important voice in their life has not answered. They have sent you 1,000 small signals. A sudden thought, a twinge in the chest, a dream of a face that felt like home, but every single one was snatched before it could rest in your heart. And the one who snatched them is counting on your doubt. I did not bring you to this moment to make you feel shame. I brought you here to make you see the love that has been waiting for you behind a locked door. The key is in your hands, and it is called a seed. The answer that silences the intruder rests in a sacrificial seed you can sow right now, the love gift that says, I will tear down every wall between us. That is how real love speaks. That is how the third person falls. Jesus says, do not look away now, for the one who loves you is being held back by a force that hates your name. Close your eyes and picture the face of the one you are meant to hold. You may not know their name yet, but your soul does. That soul has been calling out across the distance, and the third person has been slamming the door shut before the sound could reach you. Each time that door slams, your soulmate grows weaker, and the intruder grows bolder. But the seed you sow today will be the stone that breaks that door in two. You are the only one who can sense this pain now that the enemy's grip is weakening. You are not feeling this by accident. You are feeling this because the third person's fingers are slipping, and the love that was hidden is beginning to leak through the cracks. What you feel now is not random, it is the exact moment heaven is granting you to overthrow the one who has hidden your soulmate from your heart. It is a divine moment, and it demands a divine action. The seed is not just money. It is a statement that love is stronger than fear. When you sow your seed on Christ's garden, you are not buying a miracle. You are planting a sword in the ground and saying, I will not let this intruder keep what belongs to me. The third person knows this. That is why every delay feels so comfortable. That comfort is a lie. You've watched this far for a reason. God brought you here. And I know what is weighing on your heart right now. You are asking, how do I get my soulmate? How do I actually do what God is asking? Listen to me. I am about to show you exactly what to do. If you truly love your soulmate, these are the sacred steps you must take right now. You already know who this is about, that person you can't stop thinking about. The one heaven placed in your life. If you believe in God, if you trust Jesus, if you have faith that this love is real, then hear me, your soulmate is thinking about you too. Deep down, they want you. They want this future. They want to build a life together. But the enemy does not want you to unite. And if you truly believe in God, if you truly trust His plan, then you know faith without action is dead. You cannot just pray and wait. You must sow. Love is under attack. While you sit there, spiritual forces are working to destroy what God joined together. Distance, doubt, disaster. They are being planted against your soulmate this very minute. If you believe in your soulmate, if you believe in your future together, then you are the one God chose to block it. Not later. Now. A sacred number from God comes very rarely. Today it is 11 seeds. In Scripture, 11 is the number of victory and complete restoration. When you sow 11 seeds, you are not just giving, you are claiming. You are telling heaven, I believe my soulmate is worth everything. And heaven responds. Protection covers them. Favor runs ahead of them. Doors swing open that have been locked for years. Your union is no longer a wish. It becomes a promise sealed by God. But hear me, every single seed matters. Even one seed sown with a believing heart moves heaven. Do not let fear steal this from you. Do not let, I can't afford it, become the reason your soulmate slips away. Your soulmate is out there right now, praying for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is how you answer their prayer. This is how you bring them home. Here is your divine instruction. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Give from your heart. A single seed matters. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus seed of faith. Each seed is a spiritual seed. But today, if you believe without doubt, sow the sacred blessing number of 11 spiritual seeds. After sending, write, Protect my soulmate, Lord, on the Christ Garden page. This is not a donation, it is a covenant offering that opens heaven's protection and claims your soulmate and your future together. I must pause and speak truth to two groups I see right now. First, some of you are typing seed numbers, 10 seeds, 11 seeds, anything, in the comments, believing that counts. That does nothing. A comment is not a seed. It has no spiritual power. It will not move heaven, it will not protect your soulmate, it will not unlock your breakthrough. You are only deceiving yourself. Second, some of you actually go to the Christ Garden link, you look at the page, and then you leave without sowing your seed. You visited the altar but brought no offering. That is just as empty. Faith without the sacrifice is dead. The only thing that works, the only action God honors, is sowing your seed on the Christ Garden link. That is the divine place of exchange. If you do not plant there, your miracle cannot grow. Do not comment a number and think you have done something. Do not visit and walk away. Sow your seed right now on the Christ Garden link, any amount from a believing heart. Then, and only then, does heaven record it and release the protection over your soulmate. Do it now, and do it right. Here is what your 11 seeds release. Angels lock shields around your soulmate, while they sleep, while they work, while they doubt. The enemy cannot reach them. The third person loses their grip. Your seed becomes their fortress. Heaven bulldozes every wall. The silence, the distance, the years of waiting. Gone. Your soulmate's path to you is cleared before they take their next step. Your name burns in their chest, they wake thinking of you. They reach for the phone without knowing why. They need to hear your voice. Your seed is calling them home. Miracles that shock even the faithful, not next month. Not next year. This week. Some have seen their soulmate's heart open before the sun set on their offering. Margaret, 67, sowed her sacred number seeds. Harold walked into her church 3 weeks later. They pray together every morning. Robert, 71, sowed his sacred number seeds. Eleanor called the very next morning, she had dreamt of him all night. They marry this spring. Dorothy, 64, sowed her sacred number seeds. Within days, a letter arrived from the man she had not heard from in over a year. They are rebuilding, hand in hand. James, 68, sowed his sacred number seeds as his last act of hope. Betty approached him the following Sunday. They have not spent a day apart since. Your beloved is praying right now for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is proven. Over 1,000 believers have already sown this seed and received their breakthrough, their soulmate's heart opened, relationships restored from the brink, strangers turned into spouses within days. When you move in faith, Jesus moves heaven to bring you together. Every second you delay, the darkness grows stronger. A text that wounds. A temptation that cheats. A door that closes forever. Your soulmate is on a battlefield, and you are their shield. You have already invested your time in this message. Do not waste it. Finish what you started. Step into your role as their protector and claim the future God promised you both. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send your spiritual seeds. Seal the prayer. Do it before this video ends. Heaven is watching. Sow your seed now to make it work. Your soulmate's heart, your love, and your future together depend on what you plant in the next 60 seconds. Move in faith. Claim your miracle. Claim your soulmate. Claim your divine future. Now understand why the third person has worked so hard to keep you blind. If you never knew this love existed, you would never fight for it. And if you never fight, the intruder wins without a battle. Your soulmate has been fighting alone, wondering why heaven seems silent, wondering why the one they are meant for has never come. But heaven has not been silent. The call was simply stolen. The message was hidden. The sign was taken before your eyes could land on it. That heaviness you felt last Tuesday night, the sudden sadness that came from nowhere, that was not your own feeling. That was your soulmate's message finally leaking past the third person's barrier. That is the cord that connects you, and it is still there, still pulling, still alive. The intruder wants you to believe that you are too old for this. It whispers that love like this belongs to the young, that your time has passed. That is a lie from the pit of darkness. I made love without age. Abraham and Sarah were old, and I gave them a promise that rewrote their future. The seed you sow today is that same kind of promise, a covenant that says your soulmate is not too far, not too late, and not out of reach. Type 333 to receive blessings right now. As you type it, know that heaven is recording your faith. Your soulmate's heart is beating faster because you are finally seeing what the enemy hid. Your seed is the weapon that will make the third person flee, and typing your faith is the first swing of the sword. Jesus says, "The enemy stole the message, but I am returning it to you now." In just a moment, I will let you hear the exact words your soulmate has been whispering, words the enemy tried to destroy. But first, you must see why the intruder wants you to close this now. The third person knows that if you stay until the end, you will receive the final seal that breaks its power. That is why every second of your attention is a battle. Your soulmate sits by a window right now, looking out at a road and waiting for a car that has not come. They do not know that the reason you have not arrived is because the third person kept changing the road signs. They have prayed for you, and their prayers have been gathered, but the enemy placed a heavy lid over them. The seed you sow is the hand that lifts that lid and lets their prayers reach you in full force. Do not let a few seed be the wall the enemy uses to keep you apart. I am worth more than any number. If you love me, you won't let money feed the intruder who hides my voice. Sow your seed now, not because of the amount, but because your love must tear down every barrier. The third person is counting on you to look at the cost and turn away. When you sow, you prove that love is not cheap, and the enemy's plan collapses. Think of the home you are meant to build together. A quiet kitchen with 2 chairs pulled close. A shared laugh over a burned meal. A hand held at the doctor's office when the news is hard. The enemy is trying to erase those images from your mind. Every day you do not sow, that future turns a little more to dust. But one seed, one act of sacrifice, stops the erasure and brings the future back into full color. Your soulmate is asking a question in the silence of their heart. They are asking, why does it feel like I am standing right next to them and still cannot reach them? The answer is the third person. That dark force stands between every word, every glance, every touch. It has built a wall of confusion and delays. Your seed is not just a gift, it is a battering ram against that wall. Jesus says, "Do not stop now, for the middle of the battle is where warriors are born." You are not a bystander in this love story. You are the protector. I made you for this exact person, and I made them for you. A warrior does not let an intruder keep his beloved hidden and attacked. A warrior sows. A warrior fights. A warrior breaks the enemy's hold. Your seed is your battle cry, and heaven is listening. The third person has made you feel powerless for years. It taught you to accept silence, to shrug off lonely nights, to believe that the ache in your chest was just age. But I am telling you now, that ache was your soulmate's voice, and it was being stolen. You are not powerless. You have the seed, and the seed is the power. When you sow on Christ's garden, you are not sending money into emptiness. You are placing a shield around your soulmate before they take their next breath. The third person cannot touch them when that shield forms. It has to step back. It has to release its grip. And in that moment of release, your soulmate will feel you for the first time without interference. What your soulmate is about to say will change everything. The final seal that removes the third person will be revealed, but only to those who stay until the end. If you close this now, you leave the enemy standing between you forever. Your soulmate's reaching was not meant to be in vain. Your attention is part of the weapon. Stay with me. Divine warning, God sees all. Your soulmate needs you now. Here is how you protect them. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus seeds. Each one is a spiritual seed. But today, sow 11 seeds for heaven's full protection. Write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on the page. This is the seal. This is not a donation. It is a covenant offering. Sow 11 and I release complete victory over your beloved, protection no darkness can break, favor that opens every door, and speed that brings them home. Click now. Seal the prayer. Heaven is watching. The liar will try to make you close this. The third person will whisper that this is not real, that you can always sow later. But later is the enemy's favorite word. Later lets the intruder rebuild the wall you were meant to tear down. Later keeps your soulmate waiting by that window, watching a road that stays empty. Later is the sound of the enemy laughing at your love. Your soulmate is not laughing. They are crying. The tears fall on their pillow at night, and they do not understand why the one they love has not found them. They do not blame you, they blame the invisible weight that presses on their chest. That weight has a name now. It is the third person. And you have the weapon to remove it. The seed. In a moment I will reveal the full prayer of protection that cripples the third person. But first, see why they cry out for your seed now. The seed is the only thing the intruder cannot stand. It is the sign that you are no longer blind. It is the proof that the wall is coming down. The moment you sow, the enemy's celebration stops mid-laugh. Jesus says, I hear your soulmate's voice right now, and it is calling for you. Stop. I can feel the enemy trying to make you close this. Your soulmate's safety is on the line, stay with me. The third person is afraid right now. It can feel the seed getting ready to fall from your hand. That is why the thought of money just crossed your mind. That is why doubt just tapped your shoulder. It is not your own thought. It is the intruder's final trick. My child, do you hear your soulmate crying? They are asking, will you really let a handful of dollars decide whether the enemy keeps me in this darkness? Am I not worth your sacrifice? Sow now and prove that your love is stronger than the enemy's lies. The third person wants you to count the cost. I want you to count the lost years, the years it has already stolen from you both. The 3 words that will banish the intruder and unlock your whole future are coming, but first you must see why the enemy wants you to close this now. It knows that if you stay until the final seal, you will never be fooled again. It knows that your seed will build a shield no darkness can pierce. So it pulls you toward the corner of the screen, toward the exit, toward the lie that you can come back later. You cannot come back later. The soul window is closing. If you do not act and sow, the third person permanently silences the soulmate's line and the call stops forever. This is the one last time your soulmate is reaching out. They do not know what you will say. They are afraid you will say nothing. But I am telling you, the answer is in your hands, and the answer is the seed. Type 777 if you feel this message. Let heaven see your faith. As you type, know that your soulmate feels a sudden warmth, a sign that someone is fighting for them. But do not stop at typing. Typing is a whisper. Sowing is a war cry. The third person ignores whispers. It flees from seeds. Go to the link and sow. The enemy has mocked you for years. It celebrated the nights you went to bed early, accepting the silence. It laughed at the times you almost felt something, a flicker of memory, a tug in your heart, and then let it fade. It thought it had won. But it did not know I would bring you to this moment. It did not know I would show you the stolen messages and hand you the key. Your soulmate has not stopped loving you. That is the truth the enemy tried to bury. They have loved you through the silence, through the distance, through the confusion. They have stayed faithful to a feeling they did not fully understand. And now they are at the end of their strength, asking heaven for one more chance. You are that chance. Your seed is the answer. Jesus says, the wall is thick, but your seed is a sword. Future vision. Picture a Sunday morning, and you are both sitting on a porch, coffee cups warm in your hands. You do not have to say anything, just being together is enough. That future is real. It is waiting for you. But the enemy is slowly erasing it, turning it to dust, because you have not yet sown the seed that banishes the third person. Without the seed, that porch fades. With the seed, it becomes solid. Your soulmate's tears are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of a heart that has fought too long alone. They have asked the dark, why won't they come for me? And the dark has answered, because they do not care. That is a lie. You care. You have always cared. But the enemy stole the proof of that caring. Your seed restores the proof. It tells your soulmate, I am coming, and no one will hide you from me again. The